Hello, Internet. I'm back. Uh, I'm Upside Down Head, and today I wanted to start a new series. I'm kind of experimenting in how to present some of these videos, but I wanted to try this. Today I'm going to do 5 things, and my 5 things is on Roland Cloud. Uh, if anyone who knows me would attest to this, I'm actually a huge Roland fan, present with Juno and drum machines and lots of other things. I love what they do. I feel like they are iconic and have been around for a long time and they can be trusted. So I thought I'd investigate their Roland Cloud, which is something I use and really like. So let's dive in. But before I do, if you're enjoying these videos, like and subscribe. I've been overwhelmed by the amount of people liking and talking to me on my videos, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'm trying to do something here to kind of link all the music I make and the YouTube world and try and find a nice mix. So here I am. In the link in this video, there is a new drum sample pack. I've been giving them away in other videos, and I thought I'm doing one on Roland. I've got the CR5000 CompuRhythm drum machine. It's really cool. I'm putting up a whole bunch of free one-shots, so if you like it, go for it. It's not in the Roland Cloud that I can see. So this is a nice, rare drum machine for you to have. Let's dive in. First one. First thing in 5 things of Roland Cloud. Let's have a look. This is it here. Great interface. I think the first thing I'd like to mention is that they have so much stuff on here. So much, classic synths, classic drum machines, so many cool things. They have software effects, access to your firmware if you have some of their hardware stuff or firmware updates or editors and stuff like that. It's huge. There's so much stuff in it, and I think it sounds amazing. And I want to demonstrate. Let's go into Ableton and pull up the Juno 60, which is part of their plugin series, which is VST, and it's done with the ACB sound engine, which we'll talk about a little bit later, is different to their Zenology Pro stuff if they have Junos in that. They're kind of built a little bit differently. This is a bit more computer intensive, but it sounds awesome. Let's do an A and B. I have my Juno 60 and I've tried to copy the patch classic pad that I've got here pretty closely. Let's see how close I got. And I'll show you the sound, and we're just going to get a little bit of a comparison, see if it sounds close. Let's start with the VST. So just so you know, I'm using the my Prophet here actually as just a MIDI controller to keep it all kind of like in the same spot. So you'll see it strike on the screen and you'll know that I'm not cheating. But it doesn't sound like a Prophet anyway. So here we go. So yeah, you'd probably agree they're not perfectly identical. Obviously this is going through preamps as well. So if I was to run it out of Ableton through some preamps, we might get an even closer sound again. But I think it's kind of interesting testing it in the box because that's kind of how it'll most be used. Yeah. So it sounds great. And it's great. It'd be great for live if you don't want to take this, and I will never take this on the road. Great for getting that vibe and jumping into. Say like I just wanted to try, Jupiter 8 is quite a rare synth these days. I'd love one, but I can't afford one right now, and not many people can. And I can download it and get pretty close to the original. Jupiter 4, also rare. Actually, one of my friends has these, and it sounds really cool. And when I heard it, I was like, whoa. And I was like, far out. I'd love to have one of these. Da-da, pretty close. To the point where I think you can get some great results in a production. Um, yeah, the other thing is cool is, so yeah, obviously classic synths. I love the Roland D50, and I don't own one, but it has so many sounds that are just presets that have become famous. And I just wanted to demonstrate one really quickly. And it's Orinoco Flow by Enya. Um, and it sounds awesome. I did this as a cover with an artist I play for named Vera Blue, and I was like, man, I need to get that actual sound if we're going to cover this song. So I did. I looked it up and I found it, and it's this Pizzagogo, and it sounds so close to the original. I can't play you the original recording because of copyright, but I can show you this and you'll agree, I think. Yep. Here we go. Oh, wrong key. Sail away, sail away. Anyway, it's cool. It's cool just to be in that world and find those classic presets. I wouldn't ever probably use that in a new production, but it's cool. Maybe I'd sample it and do some cool stuff with it, run it through some verbs, and just get some of that classic essence of what Enya had. That would be cool. But I wouldn't want it to sound the same, obviously, because it's such an iconic patch. But yeah, it's cool to have that. Last thing on part one is they are constantly adding stuff to it, which is cool. They've added some software effects, an actual RE201 Space Echo. I had one here for a while, and it's awesome, and I miss it. It's great to be able to capture some of that vibe. And the Juno 60 chorus, which is an emulation of the chorus, it sounds really great too. It's cool to just put that on other synths. Yeah, so and the jazz, they have a jazz chorus amp. If you're playing some guitar, have an amp sim in there. There's two, so they're constantly working on it and doing stuff, which is really cool. They got the Boss effects pedals there, and if you've got the top tier, you're getting all these updates constantly. And it's not like just like a loop library or one shot library. You kind of got like a whole overall Roland stuffs here, so that's really cool. Number two, it has loops and sounds. If you ever talk to me about loops and sounds, I'm not a great big fan of Splice, not because it's not awesome, because it actually is awesome. But everyone seems to use it. And I like to always be looking for different ways to do it. And it is great having a loop library in this day and age. Click on audio contents, and there is a loop library for us. I do a lot of writing sessions, and sometimes you got to just get something going quickly. And I have drum machines and I have sequences, stuff to get things going. But, it's nice just to be able to go, oh, what about that vibe? Or try something like that and just get some stuff going. And it's really easy and it works really well. So I've actually just made a shortcut in my Ableton session with all these Roland samples in it. And yeah, like I was playing around before with chilled electronica, which is very me in a heartbeat, because I'm making a chilled electronica album. That's pretty cool. Yeah, man, straight away we've got something that's like got some vibe on it, That's nice. Don't love the sound though, which takes me to another point. Not just do you have these loops in here, you also have MIDI clips, which is awesome. So that was MIDI clip. That was loop 7, and then you just go up to MIDI, and you just create a MIDI track, take that in, and then we can go into Ableton, or I can send it to my Prophet or something like that, and find, say, I don't know, just some pad or VST or whatever. Let's just pick warm analog pad. Oh, I know what I'll do. Let's jump into Diva. I have this great sound set I got that might be cool with that sound. Presets, into Diva, Atmos. Yeah. Dawn. Yeah, it's kind of like doing all the IDM patches that I love. It's clearly a take on Dawn Chorus. Yeah, now you're talking. So now I've kind of got like a quick start into an idea that I didn't even make, and all I'm really searching for is something that is going to inspire me into maybe come and to create a new track. And I guess often what I with these sound libraries and stuff that I'm doing using loops is they kind of sometimes don't last anyway, and it's just to get the idea going. The drums probably would. I really like that drum loop, but yeah, it's just great to have those options and have something a little bit different to splice or whatever. The next thing I really like is Zenology Pro, which I've got down here. Let's have a little look. Zenology is built a little bit differently to the legendary VST model. This is like an all-in-one synth. And it is not as authentic replication, is not the exact same sound as you would get in the legendary VST pack. It's built a little bit differently, and it's built, I think it's called the Zen Core engine. Basically, what I love this for is sketching and getting ideas, and some of the sounds you just have, look at how many sounds and categories, and it's kind of like Roland's answer to Omnisphere, especially if you download all this stuff and you just have unlimited options of presets, which can be too many, but sometimes, again, you're diving around looking for inspiration, and sometimes I'll use it as a starting point or a sketch. It's really lightweight. It's not, it's not taking up too much CPU, and I just flick around. Yeah, cool. That's a great sound, It's going to inspire something for me. Yeah, I might actually even do that. Give it a rating, and you can come search by ratings later as well. Great thing if you want to just get lots of sounds going, and they're really good quality sounds. Maybe not as authentic to the original if you're going into, say, like a JD800 or a Juno 106 patch, but it's in the ballpark, good enough to get something going and to work with. So the one thing though, so let's go up to number 4, Zenology limitations. The thing that bugs me, and they may fix this with Galaxis, but I haven't checked, which is a new thing they've released, is if I wanted to use this live, this would be a great thing to use live. I play my Prophet live. I have used a Roland Phantom in the past, which was awesome, but I kind of just missed my Prophet, to be honest. So I went back to it, and I use Ableton for piano sounds, key sounds, anything else. It would be great to be able to do patch changes in Zenology Pro, and I can't. I have to open up multiple instances of it to be able to have different sounds going. And yeah, I guess that bums me out. That's one thing I don't like, because it's so lightweight, and it would be a great system, just like Contact would, to be able to have and have like everything ready to go rather than multiple instances of it. And then the final thing that bugs me about Roland Cloud, so to number 5, is just the online activation system can be a headache. Again, I produce and make tracks, but then I go on the road as well, and I have had instances where I'm chasing this sound live on stage, and it's like a distortion coming through, and it's because I haven't connected my playback computer, which is registered with the Roland Cloud, sound to the internet. And I just, the first time it happened, I was like, I have no idea what's going on. And then I chased it all the way back, and it was because I had to connect to the internet to stay online and activated, which sounds like a small thing, but it can be real painful, especially if you don't know what that crazy distortion sound is. And also, like, say you don't check that song in soundcheck, and it's a playback computer, so you try to keep it off the internet. So I'd love them to be able to fix that in some way. I'm not sure what the best solution is. Maybe maybe they will hit me up and tell me there's something I'm missing. But yeah, that has given me the, and say I'm going on a flight or something, and yeah, if I haven't had it open or something in like a few days, and I get on flight, I'm like, yes, I use my Juno, and then I can't because it's not activated. Bums me out. I'm not sure, but I get the online thing, and I get it, but that's it. So that's it. That's my 5 things on Roland Cloud. Yeah, like I said, like and subscribe if you're liking these videos. I'm trying to give an insight into me, upside down here, what I do, produce, make music, and tour. And I'm going to be doing a bunch of these on different things I'm using, and give you my true opinion on it. And even if I like it, and even if I think it's actually rad and a cool thing, I'm going to kind of lay it out on the table like I did with Roland, a company I really like, and I love this software too, the Roland Cloud software. So yeah, that's my 5 things.